What's up, guys? It's Verity Moto Vlogs, and well, not today, but today, as you can see in the title, I got fired from Amazon. Well, I mean, that is pretty straightforward. Let's get into it. So, I got fired from Amazon. The DSP I was working with about a week ago. If I could remember. I don't have the best memory, but I think about a week ago I got fired from my Amazon job. I guess I don't know how to like explain what I did, because in reality I didn't really do anything. I just so like so I was already having a shit day, right? Sorry, I was already having a garbage day, right? Because I was waking up at like 7:40 and getting ready for work like usual. I thought it was gonna be a normal day and go to work, finish at like 5, go home. So I woke up, got ready, got in my car because it's too cold to be driving motorcycles in the morning, but I got in my car and I took off for work, right? So when I was getting off the freeway to get to work, there was this Prius that was in front of me, and we was both stopped at the right turn lane. So I don't know why, but there was like a huge gap that the Prius could go through, right? But they didn't take it, and I wasn't aware because I wasn't looking forward. I was looking to the left of me to make sure there's no cars coming. So I was inching forward to the light so I could keep look out for the cars coming to my left. But I did not notice the Prius that was sitting in front of me. So you probably already know where this is going. So I didn't see them because I thought they took that chance to drive off and make their right turn, to complete their right turn. I thought they already went. So me thinking that they already went, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna move forward and I'm gonna look. But before I even looked straight, I tapped that Prius car on the bumper. It had a bumper tap. I was like, oh, you gotta be shitting me. So I looked in front of me, and what do you know, the Prius is right there looking at me, like the driver is looking dead at me through the rear view mirror. And I was like, well, shit, but here we go. So me and her pulled over. I was thinking about running, but no, I'm just joking. But yeah, me and her pulled over at some restaurant place, and we got out and looked at the damage. Thankfully there wasn't any damage to either of our cars, but she tried to pin some scrapes that she had on me, but it didn't make any sense because how where the scrapes were, because the front of my right headlight front bumper tapped the left side of the rear of her car, if that makes sense. And she was pointing at a scratch from the right side of the rear of her car, and my car was nowhere near to that side. So I was like, well, okay, I know I didn't do that, but we looked at the damage and where I tapped her. There was no damage. There was no damage on my car, thankfully. Cause shit, I don't know. I was already mad at myself for fucking hitting a Prius, but it was my fault. I wasn't paying attention, but I don't know. But anyway, we looked at the damage. There was none. Exchanged information, of course, just in case, and then went on to my day, right? So and by the way, I was like a block away from my job, right off the off ramp. I was literally a block away. But so I continued on with my day. I went to work. Excuse me. I went to work, and then one of the supervisors are always there to like greet everybody. So I went to him. I forgot his name, but I went to him. It was like I told him word for word, hey bro, I had an accident this morning. I don't really feel like working right now because my day is ruined, right? So he was like, oh, okay, that's cool, I understand. So I would contact the big boss and see what she says. And I was like, okay, cool. So about 5 minutes later, the big boss comes up to me, and she was like, I don't know what she said specifically, but she was like, hey, what happened? And I was like, oh, well, I had a bumper tap accident this morning. I'm stressed out about it, and I don't feel like working today because that destroyed my whole mood, right? And she was like, oh, well, if that's gonna if that's gonna destroy your mood, I think you should question if you're gonna be working here or not still. And I was like, what the fuck? But I was like, what the hell, why'd she say that? But I was looking at her, and I was looking at her, and while I was looking at her like dead serious, she turned around and walked away. So I was like, what the hell? So I was like, okay, fine. I took off my Amazon vest that had my badge in it and everything. I went outside and I gave it to that first supervisor, and he was questioning me like, hey, what happened? But I was just dead silent because I was confused, and two, I was like pissed because the way she responded. And he was like, hey, what happened? So I told him, oh, well, since I said the same thing to you, I said the same thing to the big boss like I said to you, and she was like, oh, well, you should question if you're gonna work here or not. And I was like, oh, okay. So I just threw my badge on one end on the supervisor's work van that they drive around to check if all the vans are there. So I threw it on his work van, and I got into my car, and both supervisors that were outside was just staring at me. But of course I didn't say anything else to the second supervisor, but because I was already pissed off. I didn't really want to talk to anybody there, so I was already irritated. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I got back in my car, got back in my car and started driving off out of the place. And I was like, well, this sucks. But I mean, thankfully, I guess I do have a second job that I used to do for like temporary. It's not temporary, but I do it like part-time. I do UberEats, really, and I was doing that as a part-time job to like get extra money and stuff like that. But now UberEats has become like a primary job for right now. And I mean, it I don't know, it can be good, I guess. It depends on how long I'll be working out there, but it can be good. It's hard to stay on it's hard to work Uber Eats throughout the whole day because you're not like on a time clock for somebody else, so you could just like finish whenever you want, and that's kind of like difficult for me, you know, because I can't stay on task if I'm not on clock, you know. So but then again, when I am like pulling like 12-13 hour days, I do be bringing home at least $200 a day, so that's good. I pretty much got fired from my Amazon job, but started working for Uber Eats. I was really unmotivated to do any videos, but since so much happened, I have a lot of topics to talk about. But freaking fired for Amazon, bro. But that's okay. Day one, I didn't really like the job anyway. Only thing I liked about it was you get like free snacks and stuff. Like all the people who ordered stuff from Amazon, they give me like free snacks and free drinks and stuff like that. That was cool. I like that part. But I guess that was a good part. That's what made it enjoyable, getting all that free snacks and stuff. I haven't been on my motorcycle in a hot minute, really. It feels weird. I need to clean my face shield thingy. But yeah, I haven't been on a motorcycle in a while, bro. It feels weird. I'm like, so I drive a my car is like wide as hell. and I'm not used to. Ooh, it got chilly. I'm not used to driving a motorcycle again, because it's so much smaller and I can move around and everything. Woo, it got cold. But yeah, I like having this freedom to go through traffic so easily, because in a car you can't really do that. You can't like squeeze through people without tapping them, you know. On the motorcycle, well, yeah, I did tap a couple people's mirrors, but it wasn't like it didn't leave a damage or a scar or nothing, thankfully. And my mirror is already messed up on the back. They got like scratches and shit all over it from the times I dropped my motorcycle, and I dropped it like 3 times. All bad. But yeah, it's I mean, this is a quick video about the update on the Amazon job and stuff like that. I was supposed to well, not supposed to, but I was gonna record a day working there, but that's not gonna happen anymore. Maybe for UberEats, sure, but then again, I also wanted to go to Big Bear Mountain and drive through the little hills and all that stuff. Man, my face mask keep getting foggy. But yeah, I wanted to go to Big Bear and just drive around the hills and everything. I just had to take my car instead, because I don't trust this with mileage on the gas, if I'm being completely honest. It only has like 170, somewhere in the 170s miles to empty, while my car could hold, depending on how much I drive, about 430 miles to empty. But again, that's how that depends on how I drive, you know. There's a lot of police out. Oh, speaking of police, the other day I got a ticket. I got a freaking speeding ticket by the freaking highway patrol. Unfortunately, out of all police officers, I had to be highway patrol. But then again, it wasn't the motorcycles, it was the Chargers. And the dude was cool. He was pretty straightforward. He kept it short. He cut me some slack. He put a lower number that I really was doing, so I give him my thanks. But yeah, he kept it short, straightforward. Face mask all foggy again. Short. Yeah, he kept it short, straightforward, all that. So I got to go to the court on in April. So there's that. Really, I was just having fun, because the car I drive, it's a well, you'll see in the video when I drive the Big Bear, but it's a pretty fast car. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep it though. It just depends on how much money I could pull in from UberEats. I'm upset that I got fired, but then again, I'm not upset about getting fired, because it's Amazon. It's Amazon. It's whatever. They was paying me garbage anyway. Freaking, I was getting paid. Fuck. My face mask. I was getting paid $16.50 an hour, and I was working for like 10-hour shifts. But the only way I can increase my pay if I was working there still is I had to go into the step vans, the big ass block house vans, right? I had to get one of those, so I had to get DOT certified. I had to do that, and I have to have 187 stops. So that's roughly about 370 to like 400 packages. Packages, and all those turn into like stops. So I have to have 187 stops before I could get paid $19.50 an hour. But even so, even if I'm not inside those big block cargo vans, It doesn't always give you 187 stops. The number is different every single day, so you're not guaranteed the 1950 an hour even if you drive the big cargo vans. It just depends on how many it depends on what route you're gonna take. Not what route you're gonna take, but what route they give you, because of course you don't get to pick your routes. They just assign one to you and they say, okay, good luck, have fun. Yeah, you know, so they do that. It's foggy as hell. My face mask is foggy as hell. I can't see. I don't want to open my visor. That's what it's called, a visor. Okay. I don't want to open my visor because I don't know, I think the wind is getting to it, and I don't like people looking at me when I'm like talking to myself. That's why I'm like always cleaning my visor and stuff. But yeah, you're not guaranteed to do 187 stops even if you're in a cargo if you're in a step van. It's not a guaranteed thing. If you're lucky, you get to have that 1950 an hour with that 10-hour shift. You get to bring home some serious money. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I was gonna end this video here because that's pretty much this whole topic while still like fresh into my mind. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.